The tragic death of Rob Stewart, a cave diving accident. 1979. The world welcomed a man who would change the non-fiction documentary industry forever. As someone driven by his passion for capturing wildlife, he often found himself beneath the waves. But sometimes, even the finest leave behind unfinished work. This is the story of a writer, director, photographer, conservationist, and activist who died in an unfortunate cave diving expedition. This is the story of Rob Stewart. Chapter 1. Good Old Days. The young man was born in the bustling city of Toronto. His parents, Brian and Sandra, were the masterminds behind the successful Tribute Entertainment Media Group. Growing up, Stewart often joined his family on exciting trips to the Caribbean, where he discovered his passion for sharks. He would even catch these magnificent creatures and keep them in his hotel room's bathtub. At just 13, Stewart began capturing the underwater world with his camera, and by the age of 18, he was a certified scuba diving instructor. His love for marine life led him to pursue higher education, earning a degree in biology from the University of Western Ontario. Stewart continued his studies in the captivating fields of marine biology and zoology, traveling to Kenya and Jamaica to learn from the experts at their universities. As Stewart moved on from his studies, he embarked on a thrilling journey, capturing the breathtaking beauty of the underwater world. He earned acclaim as a freelance underwater photographer and became the lead lensman for the Canadian Wildlife Federation's many publications. 2002. It was the year when Stewart's life took a pivotal turn during a voyage to the enchanting Galapagos Islands. Here, he discovered the devastating impact of longline fishing, a practice that ensnares countless innocent creatures such as seabirds, turtles, and most heartbreakingly, sharks. Witnessing the predicament of these majestic creatures, Stewart felt a powerful calling. He resolved to create a film that would shed light on the dire situation facing the world's rapidly dwindling shark population, hoping to inspire change and save these magnificent animals from the brink of extinction. Chapter 2. A Man on a Mission. At first, Stewart envisioned creating a mesmerizing visual masterpiece, akin to the awe-inspiring films Baraka or Winged Migration, but solely focused on the underwater realm. Fate, however, had other plans. As he journeyed to the Galapagos aboard the Farley Mowat, a vessel commanded by Canadian environmental crusader Paul Watson, Stewart found himself in the midst of a gripping confrontation between the ship's crew and ruthless shark poachers. Although Watson and his team had the approval of Costa Rican authorities, they were shockingly arrested for their actions. Stewart, too, faced a harrowing ordeal. He was accused of a heinous crime, attempted murder, and narrowly escaped prosecution. Ultimately, Stewart was forced to leave the country, but his resolve to protect the world's sharks remained unshaken, fueling his determination to bring their plight to the world's attention. Undeterred by the obstacles he faced, Stewart bravely snuck back into Costa Rica, determined to capture the horrifying realities of a dockside shark finning operation. Over the years, he ventured to various corners of the globe, tirelessly filming scenes for his documentary. Despite the challenges and the heavy burden on his personal finances, Stewart remained steadfast in his mission. Seeking to make his film more compelling, he attended a seminar with renowned screenwriting expert Robert McKee. Inspired, Stewart now decided to infuse his own experiences and struggles into the story's heart. Finally, in 2006, Sharkwater debuted at the Toronto International Film Festival. The film garnered critical acclaim, earning a prestigious Genie Award nomination for Best Documentary and hailed as one of Canada's top 10 features of the year. It also broke records, becoming the highest-grossing Canadian documentary on opening weekend and enjoying widespread international success. But more importantly, Stewart's heartfelt and courageous efforts helped bring global attention to the urgent need for shark conservation. In the wake of the film's release, over 80 countries enacted bans on shark finning practices. To further spread awareness, Stewart published a stunning book of photography and commentary titled Sharkwater, An Odyssey to Save the Planet, designed as a companion to his groundbreaking film. As Stewart traveled the globe for Sharkwater, he attended a screening in Hong Kong, where a thought-provoking question was posed. Why focus on saving sharks when scientists predicted that the oceans could be lifeless by 2048? This unsettling inquiry ignited a spark in Stewart, inspiring him to create a sequel that would delve into a broader range of environmental concerns, from the devastating loss of forests to our reliance on oil and the alarming decline of ocean life. Although Stewart managed to secure funding for his ambitious new project, he found himself at odds with his corporate supporters after delivering a stirring speech advocating for revolution on Parliament Hill. Embracing the same captivating storytelling style with Stewart himself at the center, Revolution debuted to critical acclaim in 2012, winning prestigious awards at major film festivals. It set another record, earning the second highest opening weekend gross for a Canadian documentary, surpassed only by Sharkwater. To complement the film, Stewart released a compelling book titled Save the Humans, published by Random House Canada in 2012, further solidifying his commitment to the planet and its inhabitants. With every passing day, he kept on doing more and more for his mission. It was like he had turned a blind eye to almost everything else. But it was this commitment for which he even went on to sacrifice his life. Chapter 3. The Fate. On January 31st, 2017, Rob embarked on a dive near the small island of Islamorada, off the coast of Florida. He aimed to capture footage of the elusive sawfish near the century-old wreck of the Queen of Nassau. Accompanied by a small crew, the 37-year-old filmmaker dived deeper than ever before. However, they failed to find the sawfish during their two planned attempts. Stewart and dive instructor Peter Sotis made a third dive to retrieve a grappling hook left behind. Upon resurfacing, Sotis was in distress, and while the crew attended to him, Stewart disappeared beneath the waves. His body was found 3 days later. In the heart of Toronto, within the boardroom of the movie publication they co-founded, Tribute, Brian and Sandra Stewart received the chilling call from the U.S. Coast Guard. Their son Rob had vanished. Racing against time, they managed to secure a private flight, arriving at the Florida Keys as the dawn broke. They found themselves amid one of the largest search operations the Coast Guard had ever launched, supported by planes from Jimmy Buffett and Richard Branson, and divers from across the continent. Despite this massive effort, their son's body was found on the ocean floor, eerily close to where he was last seen. Throughout Rob's daring ventures, his parents feared many potential dangers: arrest in some lawless part of the world, a deadly tropical disease, or even a deadly encounter with black market fin dealers, like those he exposed in his award-winning 2006 documentary, Sharkwater. However, they never feared him diving. After all, Rob had always been as easily underwater as on dry land, a true water baby who had charmed his entire family into getting scuba certified at a young age. But his comfort in the water couldn't save him from the unforeseen tragedy that was to come. Even after his tragic death, they knew how to appease the departed soul of their son. They worked tirelessly to complete his final film and continue his legacy, despite grappling with their loss. In the wake of Stewart's tragic passing, the substantial sum of $200,000 collected through a public funding initiative was gifted to his cherished shark protection organization, Fin Free. Respects flowed in, including heartfelt words from public personas like Toronto's mayor, John Tory, as well as renowned documentarians Les Stroud and Adrian Grenier. His mentor, Paul Watson, penned an emotional tribute in the Globe and Mail, acknowledging Stewart's awareness of the risks associated with his work, and his fearlessness, not of sharks, but of failing to make a difference. He eulogized Stewart's indomitable spirit, creativity, and passion, assuring that his impact would reverberate among those who knew him and those touched by his work worldwide. In a memorable act of remembrance, Cineplex hosted special screenings of Sharkwater on the 25th of February in selected theaters nationwide, with donations in lieu of entry fees directed to WWF Canada. Furthermore, at the 2017 Canadian Screen Awards, Stewart's close friend, George Stroumboulopoulos, declared that from 2018 onward, the award for Best Science or Nature Documentary Program or Series would bear Stewart's name. An accompanying $25,000 prize will also be included for the next 5 years. With that, we end today's story by paying our respects to the departed. Subscribe to the channel for more blues from the world of adventure. The link on your screen will take you to the story of Alexander Gukov, who managed to defeat death in the coldness of the Himalayas. See you there. Goodbye.